This is a story about a lynching. Uh, the closest I ever came to a lynching. I know we know about mob violence, and we know mob violence occurs. Things like lynchings we tend to think of as something that happened in the past, the faraway past in the United States, and mostly in the South, not in the Midwest. Um, uh, I want to put this in a kind of a context of crowd behavior. There, sometimes I believe that one of the characteristics of being a modern person is individuality, and especially in the United States, that we're just very much about being individuals. I got to be me, but that this is a kind of a new thing in human evolution, and that a lot of people, we really like to kind of get rid of that, get rid of individuality, and become a part of a large crowd. And everybody experiences this. Like you go to a movie, a comedy, and you don't even think it's especially funny. But if everybody around you, if it's a crowded theater, and everybody around you is laughing, you'll find yourself laughing, and you will love laughing. And I think that's why people go to rock concerts and rap shows. Even if you don't like the music, if you just get caught up in the crowd, that's why people like to go to gigantic football games. You'd love to just lose your normal sense of identity and become a part of something enormous and emotional. Of course, there's a dark side to all that too, and this is a story about that dark side. This happened at the time of the Gulf War, the first Gulf War. America had gone through the Jimmy Carter presidency, and in Iran, a bunch of our ambassadors, people who worked in the embassy, had been kidnapped and held hostage. It was called the hostage crisis, and it went on day after day after day. And our president, Jimmy Carter, he didn't really know what to do about it. He really didn't do anything about it. And I think there was a sense of helplessness and frustrated anger. And it really, I think it destroyed his presidency more than anything else. And now time had passed, and we had a new president, the first George Bush, and Saddam Hussein, who was the leader of not Iran but Iraq, the country next door, had invaded and occupied Kuwait. And our powerful people felt that he now had way too much power, way too much oil, especially oil, and they weren't gonna allow it to stand. And so we were right on the verge of invading, and taking Kuwait back from Saddam Hussein. So the country was full of this crazy energy. And one night I was with a couple of friends, and we went to a bar, this big bar in my hometown. And it was one of those bars that has a lot of areas, like different levels. And one area was pool tables, a lot of pool tables. And my friends liked to play pool, so we went to that area. And there were several tables there, but there were people playing on all the tables. And so you would just sort of watch what was going on. And people were betting. The table real close to us was $10 bets. And you'd put your quarters up, and you would have to challenge whoever had won the last game. And you'd lay down your $10, and whoever won would grab the money. And then you could play again if you won. And there was this guy. He People said, "Oh, he's a Muslim." I mean, nobody really knew who this guy was, but he sort of looked like a Muslim. And it's a very white town. People are a very Christian town. People are not used to Muslims. And he won, and then he won, and then he won again, and he'd go like next, next, really, really loud. So everybody was sort of watching him, and he played in that very aggressive way. He would like just rapidly move around the table. He didn't seem to have to think at all about what his next shot would be. And when he would hit the ball, it would go crack. He would hit it. He would hit it hard. He was one of those guys that can hit the ball hard, but just make it stop, like stop on a dime, because of his skill level. And at the same time, he started trash talking after he won a couple of games. He's up, $10. He's up $20. He's up $30. He started getting really cocky, and he started trash talking whoever he was playing, and nobody liked him. I mean, everybody's like, "Oh man, this guy! Somebody needs to beat this guy. We hate this guy. This guy's an asshole." And it's like some kind of moral law, is being violated here. Assholes should not be allowed to win. Now he's up $50. He's won 5 games in a row, and the games are short because he knocks in so many balls so rapidly that it doesn't take him very long to beat somebody. And he goes next. And there's this one guy there in the bar. I think his name is Eddie, and Eddie's a big guy. He must have 50, 60 pounds on this Muslim guy. And Eddie's really good pool player. Everybody knows Eddie's a great pool player, and Eddie's coming up. Oh, good. Eddie will take care of this situation. He's our champion. Eddie's our champion. So Eddie gets up there and he lays down his $10 bill, and I don't know, the Muslim guy says something kind of snotty and cocky, and they start playing, and the Muslim destroys our champion. He just, you know, leaves him with most of his balls on the table. He destroys him just as easily as he destroyed the people before, and he goes for that money that he's now won. And but our champion, he grabs his own money. He takes back his own money and he puts it in his pocket. And we're all like, whoa, 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 he can't do that. I mean, you know, a bet is a bet. You can't take back your money. So the Muslim guy, he is not going to allow this. He is full of adrenaline, I guess. And he goes right in our champion's face and goes, give me my money, give me my fucking money. And whoa, just like that, the entire room full of people, all these people around the pool tables, at these different tables, everybody just stands up. And I don't mean just like two people stand up and then, you know, two more people stand up. I mean, all at once, everybody stands up, and I'm standing up too. It's like I've lost control of my body. I've become part of a mob. But the Muslim guy, he's not paying any attention to us. He's there with a friend. And his friend is highly aware of us, and he's like, "Oh my God, we should go. We should go." I hear him saying this. We should go. But he has won the game. He wants that $10. He's in the face. Give me my $10. Give me my money. Give me my money. He will not. He will not even acknowledge the rest of us. So our champion, he starts backing up. He just starts, and the Muslim guy goes, he won't let him go. Give me my money, give me my money. He's right after him. The guy completely, our champion, backs completely out of the room. He's into another part of the bar now, in the middle of the bar. And the whole mob, we just like engulf them. We just go with them. There must be 50, 60 people now moving into the middle of the bar. Now, all the other areas of the bar are kind of, what, something's going on, something's going on. Everybody's looking. There must be hundreds of people in this bar. Everybody's, you know, higher levels are looking. It's like being in a prize fight or something like that. Give me my money, give me my money, give me my fucking money. And I don't know, I'm exhilarated. I've like lost all sense of myself. Something's going to happen. I don't even know what's going to happen. I'm just into it. Everybody's into it. And it's what I realize is at the heart of this kind of crazy mob energy is we want to put somebody needs to be taught a lesson. He's not in his place. He needs to be taught his place. This guy, at first I thought, it's like a moral dilemma. I mean, you know, maybe he's an asshole, but he won the game. He should get the money. That guy doesn't get to take away the money. That's just wrong. But that kind of fairness issue is being trumped by this racist energy. A Muslim doesn't know his place. A Muslim is in our bar, white people bar, Christian bar, and it's right on the verge of the Gulf War. There's going to be this massive military thing that is going to happen to the Muslim country. And this is a Muslim, and he can't act like this. He cannot act like a cocky asshole. Not now, not here. He has to be taught a lesson. And I realize it's like the crowd wants to kill him. The crowd wants to tear him apart. But he won't acknowledge the crowd. He won't even look at us. He just looks at our champion and he says, give me my money, give me my money, give me my money. And our champion cracks. Our champion cracks. He reaches into his pocket and he throws that money, that $10 bill. And the Muslim guy grabs it and he puts it in his pocket. And as soon as he puts it in his pocket, it's like, oh, it's like we're waking up from a spell. And our champion just sort of disappears into the crowd. And the friend of the Muslim, come on, we gotta go. And the Muslim, he was like, to me, like the bravest man in the world. He just sort of looked around at all of us. For the first time, he looked at all of us. There were hundreds of us, you know, looking people in the eye, and then moving on to the next person. And then he just walked out of there. And there we were, individuals once again.